It won't be like you're not a part of Facebook. You're not a part of Facebook.
My name's on the masthead.
You might want to check again.
Oh, if you already know the answers to your questions, then why ask?
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
I like the way you die, boy.
I don't want to be a product of my environment.
Now answer my question. Were you rushing or were you dragging?
My boy's awake at smile.
What is up, Film Fixation Podcast? We're back. I'm your host, Jaron Allred, here joined by my co-host, Austin Hyatt. And we've got a movie for you today. It's The Flash 2023.
We're excited.
Very excited to get into this one. What an experience this was, watching this. The most movie that I've seen this year.
Yeah, for sure the most movie that I've seen in a long time. So
all right, but before we do that, we're going to talk about some film news. Austin, you want to take it away?
Yeah, we've got a bunch right here, so I'll just run through it. I guess this isn't really news, but Chris Hemsworth, Extraction 2 just came out.
Mm-hmm.
He just says...
Good movie. I saw it the other day.
We're going to talk about that a little bit. He thinks Tarantino and Scorsese won't ever work with him again, which makes sense.
Well, he hasn't worked with them at all.
Oh, yeah, sorry. He doesn't think they'll ever work with him.
Yeah.
Because of his role in Marvel movies. And it's not like he has a ton of great movies outside of Marvel either.
Yeah, it's kind of
good.
Unfortunate because I think he's a great action star.
Yeah.
And there are like better opportunities for him, you know. But I think he's chosen some bad ones, you know. I think Spiderhead was supposed to be like his kind of serious acting debut.
Yeah, and he gave a pretty good performance in that.
He did, yeah. Movie. I think he was good. I think it was just not that great of a movie.
Yeah.
It should have been really good. Him and Miles Teller, you know.
Especially
Miles Teller,
at the time.
like right when Top Gun came out. I thought it was okay. I think I gave that like 3.5 maybe.
Yeah, I think I gave it like a 2.5.
2.5. Okay.
I just didn't love it. But it also
probably gave it a 3.
One of the producers or the executive producer or the director, don't quote me on it, also just worked on Top Gun as well.
Yeah, it's the same director.
So it was like the perfect timing for it to come out, and it just sucked. So,
yeah, it's unfortunate. But he's a great action star. I want him to... I think Tarantino would be good. I don't know Scorsese. I don't think...
No.
I just don't think there's a role for a character like him in a Scorsese movie, you know?
No. But he could absolutely, like you said, be a Tarantino guy.
Yeah. Like, who's he going to be in... Who would he be in Killers of the Flower Moon?
Yeah,
he couldn't play like an old time whatever.
No.
You know? An old timer or whatever. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what that movie's about.
He's in The Heart of the Sea, and that's like an old timey movie.
He lost a lot of weight for that.
Yeah.
So
those pictures are crazy.
He's got like the dedication, you know?
Yeah.
Thor: Love and Thunder just messed him up. People don't take him seriously now.
Yeah, that ruined my perception of him.
Yeah.
I really like him, but that was horrible. So
yeah, it was very, very bad. All right, what's the next thing? Sorry.
All good. Tom Holland is officially stepping away from acting. I think he said for like a year because of his role in The Room. He didn't like that. Messed with his brain a little bit. So.
Yeah, because he was playing like a serial killer.
Yeah, like a rapist serial killer.
Yeah.
So
I feel bad for him. I
feel bad
sucks.
too. Like he's such a happy-go-lucky guy. Like you watch his interviews, he's so charming and charismatic, and then they cast him in a role like that.
Yeah, he's a nice kid. It's unfortunate. I'm not a big fan of him as an actor. I think what's his name? Timothy Chalamet should get every role that Tom Holland has ever done. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Spider-Man?
Yeah. Timothy Chalamet was up for that, bro.
Was he?
Yeah, he was close. It was him and 4 other people. And Tom Holland was the one they chose, which, you know.
Yeah, I've only seen The Devil All the Time. I think that's the only other movie of his I've seen.
Really?
So I don't know.
I mean, he's not in much. He was in this movie, Cherry.
And that did horrible, right?
Yeah.
Cherry and Chaos Walking with Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, with Daisy Ridley.
I didn't see that either.
That was really, really bad.
Yeah.
I watched a bit of it just because I liked Daisy Ridley at the time. And it was just so horrible.
He was bad in it, or it was just
everybody was. It wasn't a good thing of it. It was unreleasable. They made it and it sat on the shelf for like a year, 2 years or something.
Really?
And they wouldn't release it. So they put it straight to streaming. just to get it out there.
Wow.
It was so bad it was deemed unreleasable.
I'll have to go look
for
at
a
it
long
because
time.
I've seen the reviews and kind of same thing. So
Yeah, it's this dystopian society or whatever, but all the men, they think out loud. So everything he says, it projects, above him. So there's like no secrets. Weird. I don't know.
okay, interesting.
Yeah, very. But that's unfortunate for him that he's.
Yeah,
I hope he gets some help. I hope he gets better.
yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
Because he's a young star. Like he could be in movies for years and years to come,
Yeah.
even if he's not that great.
Mhm.
But Indiana Jones 5: Dial of Destiny projected box office opening even lower than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull,
Yeah.
which is scary.
I mean, that makes sense though, because Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I mean, nobody knew how bad it was going to be.
Yeah, we'd been waiting for it forever, and
Yeah.
yeah,
There was a lot of potential there, and it was. I mean, I don't like it. I don't know how you feel about it.
I'm okay with. I think it's like a 3 for me.
Really?
I don't hate it as much as everybody else because it's
I think
still
the accents are ridiculous. Like Kate
Yeah,
Blanchett,
Cate Blanchett.
that's the worst I've ever seen her, and she's one of the best actresses that we have
Yeah.
nowadays.
it's a silly movie, but
It is
Fun.
silly. The Germans are weird,
yeah,
just like the ants. Remember that? Like an ant
Yeah, when they
hill
eat that
eats
Russian dude,
somebody.
yeah.
Kind of ridiculous, but yeah, this one. I mean, did you see the IGN score they gave it?
yeah, like a 4, right?
4, yeah.
Which
They
is
s-
crazy.
they said it
we'll get into
shouldn't
IGN
exist.
scores later, but that's crazy for a 4 because IGN, they're pretty generous.
Oh, jeez. They are pretty generous, which we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, so that makes sense. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good. I still have a little bit of hope that I'm slowly losing after every
Yeah.
movie I see.
Yeah, exactly. It's slipping.
Yeah.
Next one, Tenoch Huerta, the actor behind Namor, has been accused of sexual assault.
Yep.
He's come out and denied that.
Oh, really?
I hope it's just false. Because, like, I had my stock in Jonathan Majors and Tenoch Huerta,
Yeah.
and so if they both get knocked down, I mean, if they're guilty, whatever, they deserve it. If they're not, then
Yeah.
these people
Bro,
are just
you'd be
coming for their
broke.
careers.
You'd be broke if you
Oh yeah,
invested in those guys.
buy the
Yeah.
dip though.
Buy the dip, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
So-
go buy Dogecoin as well. It's still gonna go up. All right.
Then Lucasfilm announced 2 Star Wars movies for the first time in 1 year. That's 2026.
Okay.
They got dates, but behind those 3 movies they're going to release. Disney and MCU and Avatar pushed back all of their movies.
Oh
This
yeah.
is- So
I mean,
a lot of-
Avatar. When's the next one coming out?
so instead of next year, 2024, it'll come out 2025,
Okay.
and then the release schedule will extend into the 2030s. So we won't get the end of this until
Jeez.
2030, 2031, I think.
Did you like Way of Water?
It was okay.
Yeah.
I think the appeal of those movies is the special effects more than anything. That's what like really blew me away this time.
Really? I'm just not
Whereas-
a big special effects guy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was trying to watch it like 4 or 5 days ago
Uh-huh.
on my TV here, and I got like 30, 40 minutes in. I just didn't like the plot. They bring back the same guy from the first one.
Yeah,
Is like they transfer his consciousness into some
yeah,
other blue people as like a fallback plan. I just think that's so lazy.
well, yeah. That's the thing is like the first one gets so much hate for being just a Dances with Wolves remake.
Yeah.
which I
Have you
support.
seen Dances with Wolves?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I just know the
Neither
story.
have I. I just know it took every Oscar away
Yeah.
from Goodfellas
Yeah.
in 1991, which upsets me. So I just hate that movie, and I refuse to see it just because of what it did to Goodfellas.
Right.
But yeah.
But the second one, Way of Water, the story is equally as like shallow.
Mhm.
It's very much like a 2009 plot. Like when you're
Okay.
watching it, you're like, what year is it?
I kind of miss that
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just think it doesn't. Anyway, it's an improvement on the first one's story,
Hmm.
but the special effects is where it really shines. I don't really love the story. And there's too
Yeah.
many characters.
So many, yeah.
By the end, you're like, I don't know. Anyway.
So I was watching. I paused it. I went upstairs to talk to my family or get lunch or something, And I was just telling my family about it. I was like, I'm watching it right now. It's okay. And I was planning on finishing it. And then I mentioned like a character. Like I was like, oh yeah, and he has like these kids or whatever. And I named him, and then he's like, my younger brother, Zach, he was like, oh yeah, he's the one that dies, right?
Yeah.
I
And
was
you're
like-
like,
Bro, are you are you kidding me? That's like you could have used any other something to describe that character, and
Yeah.
you just chose to spoil. He's the worst with that. Every single movie. I can't talk to him about a single movie. He's notorious for that. Like you ask anybody in my family, he just
doesn't
spoils
care.
movies. Yeah, just doesn't care. Yeah,
insane.
I know. I just refuse to. Even if like people aren't gonna see a movie, I just won't spoil it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
just in case. Unless they listen to this pod,
Yeah.
obviously.
Then you know, though. If you're listening to this
Then you
pod, it's
know,
going to get
yeah.
spoiled.
Exactly.
So yeah, Disney pushed back a lot of their dates. Guillermo del Toro reveals that he's retiring from live action filmmaking. I don't know if you're a big fan of his, but
I just haven't seen a lot of his stuff.
I just watched The Shape of Water. I really liked Pinocchio last year by
Mhm.
him, and I just watched The Shape of Water.
Was that good?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Best picture winner good?
I'd have to look at what else was.
I know it beat like Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah, better than that.
When did it come out? 2019?
2017, I think.
Oh, 17. So we were gone during
Yeah.
that time. It's kind of hard to. I remember seeing that it won Best Picture and being like, I don't think movie about a space or a sea monster love story.
The guy you like though, General Zod, he's the main.
Oh, Michael Shannon?
Yeah, he's the main bad guy.
Oh, the bad guy. Okay. I thought you were gonna say he was the aquatic
no.
dude.
I forget that guy's name, but he is. Anyway, he's like the guy behind every scary monster.
Oh, he reminds me of. Have you seen Hellboy 2?
Yeah, he's that guy too. He's
Oh,
the,
he's that guy.
he's
oh,
the
really?
same actor. The like sidekick in Hellboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
same
I
actor.
can't believe I drew that connection.
Well, no, exactly. So like basically every
Aquatic dude.
yeah,
Like he's just
every
good at it.
weird character that you can think of that kind of like fits in that niche, he's probably the actor for it.
Oh
If you
wow,
look at his credits, he's insane.
dang.
But it shouldn't have won Best Picture in my opinion.
Okay,
This is kind of a tangent.
yeah,
but
give me the nominees.
It was up against Phantom Thread, Dunkirk, Get Out, which I love.
Yeah.
Love Get Out. Lady Bird, which I also love. Call Me by Your Name, which I haven't seen, but you didn't like that much, right?
Yeah, I mean it was good
Yeah.
movie. Subject matter is a little hard to get
A little
through.
rough for you. You
Yeah,
can't relate.
Nothing wrong with it. Good flick. Timothy, he's my guy. Army Hammer, he hasn't aged well, I guess.
Yeah, no, seriously. That's true.
Eating people or whatever.
But yeah, I think it should have lost to Get Out.
I think it should have lost all of those. My
Yeah.
opinion.
I mean, there's also Darkest Hour, which I haven't seen, but I haven't heard much about it.
It's a Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a quality biopic.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And
Maybe it's like a Guillermo del Toro should have won it.
like a legacy
years.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I hate that. I hate when they do that.
But
honestly.
that's the Oscars for you, man. Like that's
Dude, it's such a club, you know? They think they're better than people. I'm losing a lot of faith in the Oscars, honestly.
between not nominating Batman for best score.
So many things they get wrong, dude. And
Yeah, this year was pretty
like
disappointing
Once
for
Upon
me.
a Time in Hollywood didn't win. 2019.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas didn't
Inglourious
win.
Bastards lost to Hurt Locker. I watched Hurt Locker last week or the week
Yeah.
before. Did not like it. Did not care for it.
I know.
Beat Inglourious Bastards in 2009 or 2010. whenever that
Scorsese
was.
should have like 3.
Yeah.
Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, The Departed, like probably barely won just because he should have won,
Yeah.
you know, 2 times prior to that. 3 times, Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of the
It was
most
his best
notorious
picture.
snubs. Yeah.
Austin, I just rewatched that. Or did you? I
I didn't
rewatched
just
it.
rewatch it, but I listened to the Rewatchables podcast about it.
Yeah, I listened to that as well.
Very
Lot
fun.
of- I
These
know.
guys cover it well.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Next up. I don't know how legit this is, but it says Jodie Comer is a top contender to play the next James Bond.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that so much.
I don't think so. I think it's like within a list of several other people. So
I just know that the MGM, who owns the rights to James Bond, they're a very traditional company, and they love James Bond as a character. And I know, like, in years past, there's been, like, a push, for them to, gender swap the character.
Yeah.
And they've always said, like, there's no way. Like, James Bond, he's a man, But I like Jodie Comer. I think it'd be a good role, but why don't you make her, like, a counterpart to James Bond or something,
Yeah.
or a spinoff,
Yeah.
like, make her Money Penny, or, I mean, they did a good job, I think, in No Time to Die. They had another actress played 007, who's kind of like his replacement in the agency,
Okay.
And she was really good. So, I don't know. I think I want, like, I just really don't like a lot of the contenders right now. People are saying Aaron Taylor Johnson,
Yeah. He's too short.
He is too short. And he's British, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He just doesn't have that. Daniel Craig was so good.
Yeah.
He's my favorite.
There was some talk of Idris Elba, but he's too old now.
He is too old, yeah.
That's like a man's man, and he's British.
Yeah. I would have
like,
loved
it's
him
the
like 10
criteria.
years ago. But
But-
I think he should get a no name or something.
Yeah.
They were saying Richard Madden too.
Well, because that's the thing. Like, Daniel Craig wasn't the hot masculine guy before James Bond, was he?
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
sure
think so.
that was
No,
kind of
he
a
was
surprise
in like
casting.
one movie. He was in Layer Cake,
Yeah.
which I haven't seen. But that kind of put him on the spotlight, you
Yeah.
know. And then he got this role, and people were like, "Oh, he's the first. We're getting a blonde, short James Bond."
Yeah.
You know, because people are used to Pierce Brosnan and
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, yeah. Sean Connery is a lot of people's favorite Bond.
Yeah.
Which I've just seen like one of his. I think I've seen all the Sean Connery ones, but I mean they're old. It's hard
Yeah.
to
It's hard
I
to
don't like
compare.
the style of it. It's more like gadgets and I don't know.
Right.
The Casino Royale is so slick, and stylish, and the action's awesome, and Daniel Craig is just like such a fascinating guy to watch.
Yeah.
Such a magnitude, such a man's man. So I just want another kind of
Right.
guy, or just give me Daniel Craig, man. Just give me another one. I know
Yeah.
I
Just
don't want to
one of
spoil the last one, but I don't think he's going to be in another. So,
Right.
but yeah,
Yeah, I just don't love Jodie Comer either.
you don't
I know
love her?
you do. But Free Guy kind of ruined her for me.
Oh yeah,
And then
The
she was in
Duel?
The Last Duel.
yeah,
And
or yeah, the last duel.
I liked that movie. That was okay.
What was she in that was good? She's in something that's
Oh, she's in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. She plays Rey's mom
oh,
for 1
geez.
second.
It's ridiculous.
That's a great movie.
Is it?
No. Yeah, I haven't seen anything I like her in. There's
Okay.
like Killing Eve. These are TV shows, I guess. Help, The White Princess.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway. Oh, Death on the Nile. That's a good one.
I haven't seen that.
No, I don't think it's
Yeah,
good.
I
haven't
don't
seen
think
it
that's good either.
either.
Anything that's got Gal Gadot as the leading,
Or even featuring. Even if she's in the movie for like a 3-second cameo,
Yeah.
kind of ruins the movie.
he
for
just
me.
doesn't have it. Wonder Woman, fantastic. First one,
Yeah.
1984. The second one, garbage.
Haven't seen
One
it.
of the- yeah, don't.
Okay. Okay. I'll just rush through the rest of this stuff.
Okay. Sorry, we're
Andy-
getting on some tangents.
No, that's fine. I don't know how much we'll talk about Flash
Yeah,
because it was just so good. I don't
it
know
was
if we
just so
can-
good.
Yeah.
We can't even add anything to it.
Andy Muschietti. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. That's the Italian reading. I speak a little Italian.
Oh, yeah.
Who is the director of The Flash? Has been confirmed to be directing The Brave and the Bold, the new Batman movie.
Hmm.
Which that sucks.
Yeah,
mean, maybe it'll be good.
Jeez, dude, I can't.
Yeah. New spy thriller featuring Henry Cavill and Dua Lipa called Argyle. Henry Cavill looks kind of ugly in it, which is a shame.
Yeah,
He
his
messed up his
hair
hair.
is like all straight. He's is he wearing a wig?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It looks like his hair. I can't tell.
No, that's a wrong
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
career choice for him.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he just wanted to star alongside Dua Lipa, that's fine.
Listen, I'd do that.
But
I'd
do
wear
that at the
haircut.
end of your career,
Yeah.
when you're not just coming off Superman and The Witcher and,
yeah, this could be bad if like he keeps descending. But
They wanted him as James Bond for a bit.
that would
too.
have been great
Would have been, yeah.
a few years ago.
He
yeah.
was in like A Man from U.N.C.L.E.,
Mhm.
so you already got to kind of see him as a spy. And this is a spy thriller too.
Yeah.
So just wrong. Yeah.
Okay, last two little bits here. Ocean 11's remake with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling starts
Dude.
filming soon.
That's gonna be my next like most anticipated movie after Barbie.
So Barbie's gonna be your new favorite film ever.
Yeah.
Then new Ocean's 11.
As soon as Barbie comes out, poster behind me here. I don't know which one I'm gonna replace. We're in our new studio, by the way.
This is a new studio.
You can see we have posters and memorabilia
We're gonna make it
lying
even
around
better.
here. So yeah, we're upgrading all the time for you guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to our YouTube watchers. You guys are unbelievable.
Yeah.
72 views, skyrocketed. But that's like double than our next
Yeah.
closest almost.
We
you know?
usually get. So that's great.
We love you guys. You're
Um,
fantastic.
I'm gonna have to watch Ocean's 11. I got a text this week from a dear friend, Adam,
Mhm.
and he
Adam?
said,
Yeah, he texted me too.
he goes, Tower High sucks. Watch Ocean's 11. It's worth it. And
Does
I
he want us to do it on the pod?
he didn't say that, but
He's hinting at it, dude.
maybe.
He's our biggest fan.
I love Adam,
Yeah, me too.
but because he said that, I might watch it. I'm going to watch it. I couldn't do it off of your recommendation, but
That's odd.
I'll do it. Okay, last thing here.
It's
Josh
good.
Hart-
You'll like it.
I think I will.
Yeah. Brad Pitt, Clooney,
I
Damon,
love Pitt.
Casey Affleck, and he plays a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
What's that?
I don't know. Yeah. Plays a Mormon, whatever those guys are.
Yeah, I didn't know that was the whole cast. I just knew Brad Pitt and Clooney.
I mean, I'm leaving out people too.
Dude, I'll watch anything with Casey Affleck.
Dude, Casey's so funny in it.
If I watch this, you have to watch another Brad Pitt, Casey Affleck movie.
Which
Called-
Assassination of Jesse James.
Yeah,
I tried to get through it. It was I don't know.
it's really slow.
Yeah. I
It's
like
good, though.
I like a
It's worth
slow
it.
burn though.
Josh Hartnett and Joel Edgerton are reportedly frontrunners for Harvey Dent.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like Joel Egerton. I think he'd be my first choice.
Yeah.
Warrior, fantastic movie. Austin and I
Yeah,
are big
best
fans.
movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. Everything he's in. I mean, I just like him. He's just a very serious actor. Not a lot of the time is he like a leading man, but he does really good as a side character.
Yeah.
I feel like. And what was the other guy's name? Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen like anything with him, but I
Black
just
Hawk Down.
watched the Black Mirror, a few episodes of the new season,
Uh-huh.
and he's in that episode with Aaron Paul, Aaron Paul, right?
Yeah.
He's really good. He plays like kind of a astronaut gone mad.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'd be excited for that as well. So
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
yeah, looking good.
That's all the news I have. So we
Okay.
can jump right into the Flash.
Perfect. Okay, so The Flash 2023. Quick synopsis for you guys. Just reading this off of Letterboxd. The headline, Worlds Collide. When his attempt to save his family inadvertently alters the future, Barry Allen becomes trapped in a reality in which General Zod has returned, and there are no superheroes to turn to. In order to save the world that he is in and return to the future that he knows, Barry's only hope is to race for his life. But will making the ultimate sacrifice be enough to reset the universe? It is directed by Andy Muschietti. It is starring Ezra Miller, Sasha Cal, I don't know. She plays Supergirl. Michael Shannon as General Zod. Ron Livingston as Henry Allen. Bunch of different people that I don't want to read. Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot's in it for a little bit. Jeremy Irons and a bunch of people or whatever. A lot of CGI people, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
A lot of video game looking Supermans and Batmans and lots of bad characters in this, but we'll get into that. The reviews, just to be upfront right now, we hated this movie so much.
Yeah.
This is one of the worst viewing experiences as well. AMC Theaters is garbage, bro.
It's
The one that
ass.
we have that's closest to us is ridiculously bad, bro. They don't recognize that we are A-list members and we should be treated as such. Okay. Like,
Yeah, it's insane. I scanned my membership,
yeah.
asked for a medium Coke,
Uh-huh.
which usually they should say, "Oh, you're an AMC Stubbs A-list. Do you want a free upgrade
Mm-hmm.
to a large?"
Yeah.
And I say, "Sure." This 16-year-old girl, don't even know if she's old enough to be working there,
Oh my gosh.
looks me in the face and goes, "Here's your medium." And at this point, I'm too scared to say anything. But she should know.
She's intimidating.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like this tall,
Oh geez.
5'5".
That
Scared me.
It's kind of tall.
Yeah,
I mean, that's taller than us. Gee,
But no,
they're probably
yeah,
paying
AMC
her
needs
under
to
the
step it up.
counter or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. AMC needs to step it up. They don't recognize we're A-list members.
Yeah.
And then the screen,
Mm-hmm.
we sit down, and the trailers are showing, and
Yeah.
the top like sixth of the screen,
Top fifth, I'd say.
yeah,
Borderline top quarter of the screen.
yeah, like
Yeah.
a lot.
A lot.
Doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're looking at this, it's cut off. It's projected above the screen.
Yeah. They usually have a curtain, they pull up. They didn't pull it up all the way. So the
Mhm.
top quarter, top fifth of the screen is black.
Yeah,
And it's barely like a little bit see-through. But when we're watching, they never fix it. Like,
yeah. We're looking around.
we see a couple
wondering
dads.
If anybody's,
just
yeah,
a couple concerned dads, which always great to have them in the audience to fix
Yeah.
issues, They're like talking to people, and just like, you seeing this? Is this normal? And they go outside and they're like, oh, they're just not going to fix it. Like, we're just going to have to deal with this
yeah, crazy.
the whole freaking movie. And it was horrible, bro. Like, aspect ratio, every frame just felt like a chore to watch with,
Mhm.
you cut off like the forehead up of a lot of these characters.
Yeah.
If it's ever a close shot, it's hard to watch, bro. And
Yeah,
it's,
it might have contributed to my disliking of the movie. I don't think much.
yeah.
But seriously, every frame was off,
Mhm.
Like it's hard to frame something right and to make it look good.
Yeah.
And when that much of the screen is cut off, it's just a waste. So
I know. It's ridiculous.
they gave us a free voucher for another movie, but we didn't even,
We get our movies for free.
yeah, so it doesn't
know?
even mean anything.
And we don't
We
take
a date.
dates,
Yeah. We go together.
we
We
just
don't
go
take
together.
dates.
No distractions. We saw this movie with our friend Tristan too. We invited him on, but I think he's scared because he kind of liked this movie,
Yeah, and we really didn't.
and we really, really didn't. I gave it a half star. Austin, what'd you give it?
I initially gave it a half star, then I went back and I was like, I don't know, it's not the worst. I mean, but it is kind of.
You're a coward.
I might have to move it back down to a half star. It's at a 1 star for me right now.
Yeah, bro, that's a cowardly move.
Higher than Bloodsport.
Hi, bro. That's messed up. This Bloodsport was 10 times better. 10 times the film, man.
Honestly,
they
way
cared.
Way
Didn't
more
they?
enjoyable.
Way more enjoyable, and Jean-Claude Van Damme, bro. He didn't kidnap anybody, in the behind the scenes, and
Mhm.
didn't go to Hawaii and get arrested like Ezra Miller, the
Yeah.
star of this movie, which everybody just ignores that he should be in prison,
Well, that's the thing is like ethically, if you don't feel good about going to see this movie because you don't want to support, Ezra Miller
Yeah.
as a raging like possible child predator and abuser,
Mm-hmm.
then don't go see it because
Yeah.
first off, it's not worth your time.
Mm-hmm. If you like movies, don't go see it. If you like
Yeah.
superheroes, don't go see it. Some people are gonna like this movie, and that's what angers me. And let me show you the reviews right now.
Yeah, let's see it.
Surprise you a little bit. 67% critic score. That's higher than
What?
Fight Club. Fight Club is like look that up for me right now. I know it's higher than
Let's
Fight
see.
Club. 80,
Is this on Rotten Tomatoes?
yeah, Rotten Tomatoes. 67% is this movie. Audience score, 85%. I don't even understand the world that I live in right now. Where people
85 for audience.
85%.
So Fight Club is 79.
Okay,
on
so I'm
it,
wrong.
we're safe. But that's high. That's
Rare
as high as
wrong.
Beau Was Afraid.
But was
Beau Was
afraid.
Afraid is 67, which wasn't my favorite movie either, but it's like well made.
But like, yeah, every frame is a work of,
Yeah.
attention to detail is insane. I'm sure I could find like 1,000 movies that are rated lower than this movie that are, twice as good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, oh my gosh, it just angers me, bro. I mean, we've been reading some reviews like on Letterboxd. People are just like, you know what? This movie's good. The CGI is bad. If you can get past the CGI, like, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Nothing is good about this movie. Not a single redeeming quality, I have to say, that could give you a reason to go see this. If I'm being honest. And I know I sound extreme. We feel strongly about movies, obviously.
Yeah.
Making a freaking podcast about them. And we're going to have extreme views. And this one is, to me, it was an insult to filmmaking and cinema. It felt half-assed.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. I said the A word,
Language.
dude. I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Dad. And it felt just thrown together. No direction. No plot. You don't even know what's going on, man. And Ezra Miller is so... I find him insufferable, I liked him in, like, Perks of Being a Wallflower,
Yeah.
but he's not a leading man, bro. Like, he doesn't
No.
have that charisma. He's just like this charming idiot or whatever. And I'm sick of that in Hollywood, bro. I'm sick of these characters.
But he doesn't even do it very well. That's
No,
the
bro.
thing.
It's like just cringe, and he doesn't play it off. And
Like,
it's...
one of the scenes that really made me realize that he's just bad at
Mhm.
acting was they're in the Batcave and he's talking to his alternate self about
Mhm.
Bear Toy,
Yeah.
and he gets like emotional and yells at him about like, explains the situation.
Yeah.
There was no gravity to the situation. Like,
I know.
he just didn't convey any real emotion.
Yeah.
It was like he read it and
He's-
maybe he just read it off the page.
He just read it at a different volume.
Yeah,
At a higher
exactly,
volume.
exactly what it was.
No emotion.
It's like there's no acting in this.
I
It
know.
was terrible.
And he's talking to a CGI version of himself.
Yeah.
Half of the film. It's not like they don't parent trap it, where they kind of play with the shot where
Yeah.
you see like back of his head while he's talking to himself. They're both in the same shot like 90% of the time, and he's CGI'd. One of the Ezra Millers is CGI'd, and it looks like garbage.
Yeah.
It looks horrible. And the director of this movie literally came out and said, the
This-
CGI is supposed to look bad
So
because
stupid.
it's supposed to be from Barry's like perspective of when
Yeah.
he's like going fast or whatever. And it's supposed to be like sort of a Waterworld type of CGI. Ridiculous.
I read that too, and I would like that if it like worked,
Yeah.
Just such a bad if that's true.
It's not true.
It's not true.
The biggest cop out I've ever heard in my
If
life.
it were true, how do you look at that and be like, yeah, this is a good artistic direction for us to go in?
Yeah.
Like, how do you see that on the screen and be like, yeah, people will understand that this is supposed to be intentional?
Yeah, you
Like, it
have to
just
come
wasn't.
out and say afterwards, like, after your movie already premieres, like, hey, I know you guys are hating on the CGI. It's supposed to be bad. It's
Yeah.
supposed to, we're supposed, we didn't put as much work into it on purpose just because we wanted it to be like that. It was an artistic choice. Ridiculous.
And here's my thing. The initial release date for this was March 18th, 2018.
Yeah.
5 years,
5
of
years
production.
ago.
I get that maybe you can't do some of the shooting stuff with Ezra Miller and everything that he was going through.
Mm-hmm.
The VFX could have been working for 5 years straight to
Yeah.
perfect those shots,
No,
And
this has
they
just
just-
been sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
With like
It's
2018, CGI effects.
And Warner Brothers was going through a tough time and, the Discovery acquisition, whatever. So, like, obviously they couldn't have been
Ridiculous.
actively funding this movie.
Bro, The Godfather was going through a tougher
Yeah.
time, like when that came out, and that's the best
Yeah.
movie of all time. They were being bought by people who didn't even understand movies and never made movies before. That's the studio that they were dealing with at the time.
Yeah.
They were like in the oil business or something. I don't know. They were conglomerates buying
Yeah.
what's is it Warner Brothers that came out? It's they released The Godfather.
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, look that up for me. But let me read. I'll read the rest of the reviews. It makes me so mad. IGN 7 out of 10.
Paramount. by the way. So-
Paramount, yeah. So Paramount is being bought by a conglomerate, people that never made movies before, and they released The Godfather, and so we get this crap show,
Yeah.
by Warner Brothers. So ridiculous, man. IMDb 7.4. It was at a 7.5 the other day. Now it's at a 7.4. Letterboxd, and this really upsets me because people on Letterboxd, for the most part, know film.
Yeah.
If you care enough to, download Letterboxd and actually write reviews and rate movies, which a lot of people don't. I try to get everybody that I meet to download Letterboxd.
Yeah.
And, follow me and my friends or whatever, so I can and review movies so I can hear what they think about it. Only like 4 or 5 of them have ever done it.
I
You
know.
know?
One of them who doesn't is our co-host Spencer. He
Yeah,
never records anything.
never. Dude, he
But-
just said he watched. What was it?
Uh,
I don't know. He told us he watched the movie, and I'm like, that's strange. I feel
Yeah.
like I should know when you watch a movie because
yeah,
you could
I should be able to see
freaking
it.
log it, brother.
I was talking. I met a guy last night named Tyler,
Mm-hmm.
big cinephile. He's
Big.
watched like 250 movies this year.
Okay. Whoa.
So
Jeez.
he obviously we get talking about film, Letterbox. We exchange letterboxes,
Mm-hmm.
and his partner
250? 250?
250.
We're not
Yeah.
even 250 days into the year.
I know. He says he watches like 5 a day.
No, he's lying.
Dude, I'll show you his letterbox. afterwards anyway.
Okay.
'Cause this guy knows his stuff. He's like watching all of his all of the best picture nominations
Yeah.
ever.
Okay.
Like he's chugging through that.
I was
Anyway,
gonna do that.
yeah.
Too.
We'll get there. We'll get
We'll
to that
get-
level. But his partner has a letterbox, doesn't record anything.
Mhm.
My partner Grace has a letterbox, doesn't record anything.
She's kind of good. I mean, she's better than
Frustrating.
Spencer.
She's better than Spencer.
Yeah. That's not hard.
Anyway, sorry. That was
Record
just a
one
tangent.
movie this year, and you'll be better than Spencer. You know?
Yeah. That
And he's
freaking
our
guy.
co-host, man. It's jeez. He's usually so involved with us.
Yeah. But yeah, letterboxed to see it like that is disappointing.
It is.
The Flash here. And
Three-
I'm looking
did I
at
say what
reviews
it
now.
was? Did I even say what it was?
No, go ahead.
3.2.
Yeah.
That's I mean, that's not too hard to get a 3.2,
No.
but it should be like a 1.8. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Allowing some morons to give this movie like a 4 or something. Room
Yeah,
for that. But
You know the IMDb review editing thing that we were talking about a couple weeks ago where they'll remove negative reviews?
yeah. Do you think that's going on here?
I don't know. I don't think it's going on Letterboxd. I'm saying it should. If you give this thing anything over a 4, cut that review out.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to put a review on The Flash.
No, that's true.
Giving it a
I
4
don't even
plus.
want to listen to those people. This is a good gauge of if somebody actually knows what a film is,
Yeah.
even what a movie is.
And here's the thing, like film is a medium that invites everybody.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be like a pretentious film snob or
Yeah.
whatever because I'm not. But this is like an insult. Yeah, I
Mhm.
felt the same way about not the same exact way, but Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Like you go and you just feel like abused by this corporation
Yeah.
because they know you're just gonna come see this. They don't have to put any effort into it. They can make it
Yeah.
look as bad, like comically bad.
hmm
Going back to the Flash, they can make it look comically bad, and you'll still pay to go.
Yeah. That's very upsetting. I feel the same way because I don't want to be a snob either. I feel like I have the capacity to like a bad movie.
Right.
Like, I use the example Bloodsport, which is a notorious bad movie. It's got bad acting and just the acting, man. The acting
so
is so
funny.
bad.
Yeah.
But it's funny to watch. It has redeeming qualities. I think the fight scenes are entertaining.
Yeah.
They're so entertaining and they're slow-mo and they're over the top and it's dramatic. And I like the characters. The characters are so stupid and moronic and they're horrible, but they're endearing, you
Yeah.
know? Like I felt a connection with them and I I like them. I like the characters. I hated everybody in this movie, except for Ezra Miller's mom. Just a nice, sweet
Yeah.
lady, you know, which it's just exactly who she was supposed to play, you know. But this had nothing redeemable about it. Like, I don't see how even a casual moviegoer can go into the theater and like this.
Yeah.
You know, if you turn off your brain and you try to just your hardest, your absolute hardest to be entertained, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
But I can't make any excuses for this movie because I don't feel like there are none. You had 5 years to make this movie,
Yeah.
and this is what you produce. It's the worst superhero movie of all time, and I feel confident saying that. And I'm never going to take it back. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's worse than Black Adam. Black Adam actually was entertaining at moments, and the acting's bad.
So you're
but
saying this is worse?
it was funny to laugh at a little
Right.
bit, you know? This is so bad it angers me.
Are you saying this is the worst in like DC, Marvel?
What's worse?
That's what I'm trying to think of because I think it is worse than any of those mainstream superhero
DC,
movies.
Marvel, easily, I'd say.
But I
Even you
can't-
go back like in the 1970s, I don't know. Those like Superman movie, I just watched that, 1972.
Yeah, the Christopher Reeve one.
Christopher
right?
Reeves, all those 10 times better than this. You know, maybe even the Flash TV show is better than this.
That's what people have said.
And
I
people
mean,
meme
and
on
that's
that
like
all the
historically bad.
Yeah,
It gets bad.
the CGI is so awful in it.
Yeah.
But this is on par with that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't want to be too negative, man. I don't
No.
to-
But let's jump into, if you don't mind, let's jump
Okay.
into the cameos.
Yeah. Okay, let's do
Because
that.
some of them were downright like disrespectful. I felt like
Very
like,
disrespectful. Even
Christopher-
like characters that we didn't even like. Cameos that nobody wanted.
yeah.
We got. Such fan service, bro. And what was the first one, let's say?
Well, the first, I mean, obviously Batman.
So Batman.
That counts as a cameo.
Pretty much. He's just
Ben
in a,
Affleck,
yeah. Pretty much just a cameo. You know, you didn't need him there.
and he also looked horrible. Like
He
that
looked-
chase scene when he's on his bike.
Yeah.
He looks like he's made of clay.
Yeah.
So bad.
I know. It's too bad. I love Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I think he is a great actor. I don't think he's quite right for Batman. You know?
Yeah.
I want somebody darker, like Robert Pattinson, obviously,
Yeah.
who can play it that way. But he said in an interview, which I watched, he's like, man, I feel like I just finally got it right with Batman and Flash, you know?
Yeah.
And it's too bad that I'm not going to play him anymore, you know? Because it could have opened up like so many opportunities, and it's ridiculous. He was horrible in this.
Yeah.
He was good as Bruce Wayne, just talking to Ezra Miller, which is where, you know, Ben Affleck thrives when he doesn't have a mask on him, you know?
Right.
But when he's like, Wonder Woman just shows up
That was
for
one
5
of the
seconds.
most poorly executed cameos I've ever seen.
Ridiculous, man. You don't need these characters,
Yeah.
you know, for a split second just for one person in the audience to go, oh, Wonder Woman, you know?
And Gal Gadot, it's pretty obvious now that she's a bad actress.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
like her line delivery right there and like her little smirk, and you could tell they like timed it to wait for an applause. Nobody in our theater applauded.
No,
Thank
nobody.
goodness. But it's like, again, it's kind of insulting
I know.
to a point where, I don't know. It was just
Yeah,
dumb.
she was bad. And she just makes Batman look like a fool.
Yeah.
Uses her lasso of truth on him, and he's just like admitting everything, you know, like,
Right.
oh, I'm just a billionaire orphan, I'm sad, and why don't I just donate all my money to charity and poverty? I don't need to do this. Bro, don't do that. Don't ever say that about Batman, okay?
Yeah.
The city needs him, you know?
Right.
He's the hero they deserve, but not the one they need right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that just upset me as a Batman purist, you know,
Right.
that line. So I'm just upset right off the right in the get-go, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Some of the other cameos that were bad was Adam West and Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve. Superman and Batman, the originals.
mm-hmm.
It's just sad because they're both dead.
Yeah.
Like they can't defend themselves, and they're portrayed in this crappy CGI.
Yeah.
Or like,
Christopher Reeves looks like a video game character.
Yeah.
Like you said in your review, PS3 type
Yeah.
visuals. Yeah, it's 100,000% accurate. We're not even like joking on that.
well,
you
yeah,
know?
because the first time you see it in this movie is actually the Henry Cavill cameo.
Yeah.
When Flash is in like the Speed Force and he's running, you see Henry oh my goodness, Henry Cavill come up, and it looks so bad.
Yeah. You and I, at the exact moment, just looked at each other.
Yeah, and like
Like-
rolled our eyes.
Oh,
We're
like,
like,
we were like, that looks so bad.
They also do that to Jason Momoa. He shows up in that same kind of medium.
Yeah,
It looks so crappy.
I know. The
Yeah.
CGI in that, like maybe I'll give it to them. Like maybe that was intentional,
Yeah,
like being horrible. Well, but why? Just why?
right.
Why couldn't you just put them, you know, themselves in that little Speed Force, whatever that thing's called, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah, man.
I mean, use old footage.
yeah,
like-
use old footage. I mean, didn't they do that with Adam West? It was just like a clip of that TV show.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I don't know.
Do that with Christopher Reeves or something. You
Yeah.
know?
By that point, my eyes were strained.
Yeah.
Like by the time all these cameos came in,
hmm
my eyes were strained. I
Just
couldn't tell
hurts
what
your
was going
eyes
on.
watching
Yeah.
this movie.
Like the baby sequence at the beginning, I
Oh,
thought something
man.
was wrong because our aspect ratio was messed up. I was like, oh, something's wrong with the projector.
Yes.
Like, there's no way it looks this bad.
Yeah.
The baby shower sequence was horrible.
Oh my gosh. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
You know, I have some things to say about that. But then I'll say the worst cameo is at the very end. I'm going to spoil this
Oh.
movie. I don't
Goodness.
freaking care, dude. George Clooney shows up as Batman in this distorted reality. And George Clooney, if you guys aren't familiar, was Batman. He was in the worst Batman movie of all time. What was it called? Batman?
Batman Forever, I think.
No. That's one with Val Kilmer. That one's okay. I know that one gets a bad rep, but I grew up on that one. So I watched it a ton. It's got Jim Carrey as the Riddler and Tommy Jones. You know,
So he was in Batman and Robin.
Batman and
Well, I
Robin.
think he did two.
What?
I think he did two movies.
No,
didn't
no,
he?
no, no.
No?
Just the one.
Okay.
Mr.
yeah.
Freeze is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, crazy.
It's so bad, bro. Comically bad. Like, Arnold, that's just not a. Mr. Freeze is like a beloved character. Like, a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people like him from the comics, you know,
Right.
because he's human, you know, he's doing all this to save his wife, you know, that's why he's Mr. Freeze. Just Arnold, man, doesn't have that, bro. You can't make him this human character. He needs to be like Conan the Barbarian or
Or the
Star in the
Terminator.
Predator, you know,
Yeah.
or the Terminator, obviously. There's one scene where they crash through a wall on the bat bike, and the wall forms a perfect bat, but
Uh-huh.
like one of those old like comic booky bat, you know.
Right.
It's so bad. Robin has like plastic lips that he puts over, and he
Uh-huh.
kisses Poison Ivy, and he's like, "Joke's on you, Poison Ivy. I got plastic lips," and he peels them off. You, how does that make it to film? You know,
Yeah.
it's
Very bad.
yeah. Just to give you guys a little taste of that movie, go watch it. See for yourself. Honestly, don't watch The Flash, but watch Batman and Robin. But yeah, who asked for that? Who asked for that?
Yeah.
You know, George Clooney is a respectable actor, and he regrets being Batman. He said it was like his worst career choice. You know, and so Ezra Miller kind of fixes his reality or whatever, but he makes one small change, just because he can't help himself. You know, to save his dad in this present universe. And somehow that makes George Clooney Batman in that. And then you're closing this universe. That's the last we're ever going to see of this whole DC world.
Yeah.
George Clooney showing up as Batman, and then Ezra Miller's tooth just falling out. The stupidest closing shot I've ever seen in my life. You know? So yeah, do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, I just think it's super stupid also because, I mean, there were 100,000 plot holes in this movie, but that's one thing. Like, he moved the can of tomatoes, so his dad had to look up.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't change anything in the reality.
Yeah.
Because it didn't come into play until after Batman descrambled the video. And
Yeah.
then they showed it in court on that day.
That's true.
So his dad didn't serve any less prison time. It didn't change anything. So how does it change who becomes Batman?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, I guess it goes off of Michael Keaton's explanation earlier in the film where like it
Butterfly
creates a fulcrum
effect.
and he's in a different universe or something.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't have, I don't know.
I
Just
don't
didn't
know.
make any sense.
Yeah. All right. Just angers me.
Maybe it did. Maybe I didn't want to think about it too much because I was so angry. But
Yeah, I didn't even bother to come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
I was just mad that George Clooney showed up, which I like him as an actor. I don't know why he did this, you know?
well, now people are speculating that I don't know what James Gunn has said about where this movie stands, but people are speculating that George Clooney is going to come back and be the Batman in The Brave and the Bold because they've said that it focuses on an older Batman raising his son Damian.
Bro,
Could you imagine? And it's the same director as
George
The Flash.
Clooney is not right for that role, you know?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I trust James Gunn because of what he's done with Guardians and, the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I think he'll make the right decision. But
Well,
if that's
Andy
true-
Machete is in charge of the casting, when you say. I mean, James Gunn probably has final decision.
I'm sure he does. Because Andy's going to be the director of The Brave and the Bold. So I don't think he'll be able to make that casting decision for the whole
Dude,
universe.
I think they're resetting it too quick. You know? The whole universe.
What do you mean? Like they're...
I mean, they're hiring James Gunn and they're just resetting everything and, right after this horrible movie just came out, I don't know.
I don't think they should have released this.
I don't think they should have, yeah.
I think they're resetting at the right time.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think it's too quick?
Like since the birth of the cinematic universe?
Yeah.
Because that was 2013. The first one started, Man of Steel 2013. It's been 10 years and very few good movies.
Yeah. Hardly any.
So I think it's time to reset.
But I mean, they're just barely ending it right now. Don't you think we need
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is the last movie should have been Black Adam, I guess.
Yeah.
Or they shouldn't have made Black Adam either because there was that Henry Cavill cameo, implying that there was going to be some lead up to something.
Yeah.
But they didn't have this whole thing.
They didn't
master
know
planned out.
that was going to be, that was going to ruin a lot of what DC was trying to do,
I think that should have been the last movie, though. They shouldn't have even released this one.
Yeah.
Because then you could have written it off as oh yeah, Black Adam sucked and that's what killed the universe.
True, yeah.
But now they have this big multiversal event where they're trying to explain it all away and explain a new universe and explain a new reboot.
Yeah.
And it's just not.
Dude, and Andy Muschietti said, he was like, Ezra Miller is the Flash. He was so good in this. I can't see anybody else playing the Flash. That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't understand people, dude. I think they're biased, They look at things from their director lens, and he worked with this guy for, the duration of this film. And I don't know. I don't know how you get confused like that to think that this was a good performance by Ezra. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know who can play Batman. I think they should do a Thomas Wayne,
Well, that's what this whole movie, in the comics, there's the Flashpoint paradox.
Okay.
Where the same thing happens. Barry goes back to save his mom.
Yeah.
He does. But instead he creates a world where Bruce died instead of his parents. So Thomas Wayne is this aggressive killer Batman.
Yeah.
That fights crime with guns,
Okay.
and it's really intense. And then there's this war between Atlantis and Themyscira.
Yeah.
So you see this Aquaman versus Wonder Woman dynamic.
Okay.
And then they have to, same kind of thing, they have to break Superman out of this prison, and then they all save it together, whatever.
So this is kind of just like a ripoff of that.
This is, well, yeah, just poorly adapted. I think if they would have just lifted that right off the pages and made a screenplay of it, it would have done much better for me
Yeah.
to see like a Thomas Wayne rather than try to fit 4 or 5 Batman into this and then reboot the universe and try to make it work going forward.
Yeah.
Just not- yeah.
I didn't even think Michael Keaton was all that good.
No.
You know?
no. And I really like Michael Keaton.
I like him too, and I've watched his original Batman movies. He has 2 of them. They're good.
Yeah.
Like they're Tim Burton films, and I'm not a huge fan of Tim Burton in general, but he creates a world, and it's
Yeah.
immersive, and people didn't like the casting of Michael Keaton originally. They didn't think he was like a big, strong man, you know?
Right.
But a lot of people ate their words after the first Batman came out. And I think they just kind of put a little asterisk on his legacy with this
Uh-huh.
movie. You know, they besmirched it a little bit, whatever that word means. You know, they tainted it, man. I can't see him. I don't see him as an actor with integrity for the role of Batman now.
Yeah.
You know,
no.
you go and you make this crap movie, and you know he was okay, but he's just giving off these stupid one-liners, and he fights the Flash in a kitchen, and he's got
Yeah.
like long hair, and he's like a monkey, like going around. You know, doesn't seem like Batman at all, and you can tell it's not him that's
Mhm.
fighting. Like they cover up his face with long
Yeah.
hair the whole time. Looks ridiculous, you know? And he's like a foot taller in the fight scene. And then it cuts back to he gets like kind of defeated a little bit. And then he pulls back his hair. And he's got like a fake, you know,
Yeah.
beard,
Beard.
fake mustache. And the hair is fake, you know? Looks like he got it from a Halloween store,
Yeah.
you know? And he cleans up and doesn't want to help. And he just doesn't seem like a real person. You know, he just seems like just this no backstory Batman character.
Right.
Yeah. So I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
Neither did I.
And I love Batman, you know? So it's tough.
Who do you think could play Batman going forward in the new universe?
Dude, that's hard. I mean,
I've
if you're thinking like older guys.
Not necessarily, because older could mean like early 40s or something. Like,
Okay.
because in the comics, at least, Damian Wayne is Robin, one of the Robins. So
Yeah.
he could be young in this movie, like 14 to
Do you have
20.
any ideas?
Well, I've just got an article pulled up from CBR that suggests some people, and here's some people they suggest. Jensen Ackles,
Okay.
who is,
I think he's too young.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is like, I don't know, maybe I haven't read up enough on Batman the Brave and the Bold. If they want an older actor or if they want age range they want.
Yeah. I mean, he's a TV show actor.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They also have Michael Fassbender, who I don't like.
I kind of
that.
thought that, like, I didn't really
Really?
want to say it.
They've got Jake Gyllenhaal, which I don't think would work.
Yeah, he's too Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Same mistake with Ben Affleck. You know, it's just Ben Affleck playing Batman.
Yeah.
You know, Christian Bale, I think they caught him at a good time.
Yeah.
Before he was like Christian Bale. You know, he defined that character. You know,
Right.
So
That was a perfect casting.
yeah, Robert Pattinson as well. I mean, people didn't like that casting originally because
People hated it. Yeah.
it makes me mad. You know, that they didn't give him a fair shot just because he was in Twilight. You know, and
Yeah,
he
I
hates
guess-
those movies.
Yeah, he does. You read about like how he was on set.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
I know, dude. He jokes about how bad it was, like in
Yeah.
interviews and stuff. He's a funny guy. He's perfect, bro.
No, he's like one of my favorite actors right now.
yeah, no, me
And
too.
so I guess it doesn't really matter who they cast as the Batman, because we have, in my opinion, like one of the best Batmans right now
yeah,
in Pattinson.
yeah, exactly.
So
It would be cool if they, like, I feel like they got the casting right,
yeah,
and so I could get a little bit excited for it.
but if
What about Hugh Jackman? What about that?
he's really short though,
Is he?
wait, no, is he?
No, he
No,
plays
no,
Wolverine.
No. He's not. That's right.
He's over
That's why they
5'10".
didn't like him as Wolverine. It's because he was too tall for the
Yeah.
role. Yeah, Hugh Jackman could work.
He's
Same kind of deal. He's like too musically in my head now.
yeah.
After
Him
The
in
Greatest
person,
Showman.
he is like a theater guy,
Yeah,
you know.
like Forrest. He's a
Like-
lot like Forrest.
Honestly, yeah. Forrest is a little more theater, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah. Spencer told me no, I'm not gonna say this. No, I'm not gonna talk about it. He'll get mad. He doesn't listen. Can I say it?
Yeah, that's it.
He told Spencer he's quitting magic the other day.
Oh no.
Yep. End of an era, man. I remember the first card trick he showed me. It
What was
was breathtaking. He like made all the reds. He like shuffled them and he asked me questions, you know, personal questions.
Right.
Had nothing to do with the way he was shuffling it, bro. It was a ruse. It was an illusion, you know. And he told me I don't need to explain the logistics of the
Yeah,
magic
no
trick. I'll
worries.
probably butcher it.
That's okay.
But he separated them all like reds and blacks, and I dictated it. There's no way I could have done that. You
Wow.
know, it's crazy.
Well, we'll have him on the next show, and maybe he can do a card trick for our YouTube viewers.
Yeah, dude. YouTube viewers are our favorite. So
We're at an hour. Do we want to get into categories?
yeah,
Okay.
let's get into the categories. Okay, favorite part.
You have choices?
Yeah, the end credits when they roll. How about that?
Yeah, when we could get up and leave.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
that was my favorite part too. Geez, this is gonna be hard. I mean, I don't
genuinely-
want to. I can't even like give you examples, bro.
We can skip over this because I can't. I liked
But the baby scene, the baby shower, horrible.
Horrible, and the
Yeah.
nurse actor screaming like crazy.
Dude, the nurse was
She was bad.
Holy crap, dude, that was so bad.
I think Supergirl's kind of hot,
Okay,
but her fight scenes all sucked
yeah, dude.
because the animation in that made her look like clay.
She was
And
just like,
everybody she punched would just like fold like
yeah,
so fake.
she was so like watered down, like
Yeah,
you know, and it takes her like half a second to get her powers back when she, you know, was just bathing in the sunlight.
yeah. And it was like, why did we even need her?
Yeah,
Because
she's just
she
gonna
showed up for-
die. She's just gonna
yeah.
get murked by Zod like 20 times.
And I get that the Flash couldn't have known that.
Yeah.
Super dumb. And
what
then,
an arc though. You break her out of that stupid prison where she has no sunlight just for her to die.
Yeah.
You know, like 10 minutes later in the movie to Zod, and there's nothing you can do about it because she just sucks. You
Yeah.
know.
And the way that she got the Flash, the original Flash, his powers back
Yeah.
by like, the fuse was busted.
Yeah.
So they couldn't do the experiment again.
That
so
whole-
she just lifted him up into the clouds and got him struck by lightning.
Dude, that's
was
just
like,
so ridiculous.
Such stupid writing. Because
Yeah.
in the comics, in the Flashpoint Paradox, where he tries to get his powers back same way,
Hmm.
tries to replicate the first accident with Batman,
Yeah.
he gets struck by lightning, almost dies, and then he says, let's do it again. So, like, I thought that was great.
You can't just
but-
replicate something like that. You know?
Well, that's the thing is, I think they should have just replicated something like that. Just do it again, and then he gets his powers. Like, you show that he has drive and initiative, and, you know, he's willing to take risks to get his powers back.
I think it was just a once in a lifetime thing that he got his powers in the first place.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't think the lightning hitting these chemicals is just every time like gonna give you the Flash powers, you know? And getting hit twice when you already have the powers, shouldn't that make you like twice as powerful or whatever?
Yeah, that's what I didn't
And
like.
not
that it
take
lost his
away your powers? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Super dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no favorite parts. Credits.
The
Or favorite
credits. Dude, I want to give an actual, you know, so somebody knows that
Oh, okay. When
we're capable of seeing a.
at the end when he says goodbye to his mom.
Yeah, okay, I'll say that too.
It was great.
Yeah, because when they're in the supermarket, I mean, there's issues with that scene.
Yeah.
too. No, he goes up to his mom as a stranger because she doesn't live, she dies, you know, and so she never got to see her kid grow up. And he meets her in the supermarket, because he needs to set her on her path to death, pretty much, which is hard for him. So he's emotional, and she is so over the top nice,
Yeah.
and gives him a hug and like touches his face and is all motherly. No stranger is gonna do
Yeah.
that in the supermarket to this weird like Ezra Miller dude in
Yeah.
a supermarket, you know?
Well, and also there was no emotional build up to that scene
Yeah.
because the whole movie starts off with him wanting to get his mom back, so he goes back in time.
Mhm.
But as soon as he's back in time, it's not like he wants to sit and spend time with his mom.
Yeah.
Like it's instantly we just jump to him needing to find Bruce and then fighting Zod,
Yeah.
and then there's no emotional weight behind that scene because
Yeah.
it's just
The plot changes just like a quarter into the movie. You know,
Yeah.
he needs to save his mom, and then it's like, oh, I need you to get your powers so I can still have my powers, you know? And then it's, oh, we need to. Zod comes into play so weird and so
Yeah.
like you don't even know if that's actually going to be a plot point because he just shows up on a TV screen
Mhm.
where it's like, oh, Zod is landing. And it's like, oh, okay, we need to find Superman. That becomes the next, you know, thing that they have to do. You totally just forget about his mom and everything. You know, it's just in the background, and you forget about it. And they find Superman, and then it just goes back to, you know, now he has to kill his mom pretty much. See, I just didn't like that. It
and
just,
he's never concerned with finding the killer at all either.
yeah, too. Yeah, they can't even mention that.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, yeah, just a bad plot.
I know,
So-
dude,
That scene with the mother was my favorite part, but there was no build up to it.
no
It
build
wasn't
up.
done well.
But it was sweet. You know.
Yeah.
Good mom moment, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, okay. Nothing else that we want to mention?
No.
Okay, least favorite part. Now I'll give you choices for this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The opening where he saves the babies
Yeah.
from the falling from the third story of the hospital. Completely ridiculous scene, and we get the first glimpse of how bad the CGI is going to be for the rest of
Yeah.
the movie. These babies are video game cutscene looking babies, you know, so you don't feel any sort of like stakes, you know.
Like he puts one in a microwave.
He puts a baby in a microwave, which has potential to be funny. It wasn't. It just felt stupid. And he needs to like get calories because he's hungry, so he can't like save all his babies. So he needs to like eat while he's saving these babies. And it's just like so stupid, man. I know people are gonna laugh at that scene. You know, that's what bothers me.
Well, also, a little bit later, when he's introducing his alternate self to the powers,
Yeah.
he talks about how you can't move people at that speed.
Oh yeah.
And then later in the movie, he's moved at that speed and he throws up all over.
Mm-hmm.
But these fragile little newborn babies, he can move at super speed and like throw them around.
Yeah.
No way.
Dude.
So
I didn't even think about that.
yeah,
You know?
super stupid.
That is so stupid. Yeah, bro. And you get the nurse she just wants to save the one black baby.
I didn't even notice that.
You didn't notice that?
She was just screaming the whole
She's
time.
just
She wasn't doing
screaming.
anything.
She falls out of the window, and for some reason she's just trying to grab the one black baby when she's falling to her death. Like it's gonna do anything. You know? You didn't notice
No.
that?
I didn't.
She's reaching out for the
Okay.
baby. And then there's a dog, and they didn't even him saving the dog happened off screen. I thought the dog was dead.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Yeah, no, and then it just shows up on top of the microwave, which
Yeah.
is on top of a gurney with 7 or 8 babies lined up.
Right.
Just a ridiculous, stupid scene. And it, you know, bothered me. And
Okay.
then my expectations were just shattered for this
Yeah.
movie, you know. Can I say this? I want to kill every TikToker that told me to go see this movie. Soups, you're dead. You're dead, man, dude.
Yeah.
There's a conspiracy going on, guys.
There, honestly, I went back and there's this guy I follow named George.
Yeah.
I think you might follow him too.
Yeah, I do.
I went and looked at his letterbox. He's seen it twice. He gave it a 4 both times.
Oh my gosh.
And
I
I'm
don't
like,
understand that. I lose
what?
confidence in, people that I, kind of trusted.
Yeah.
I kind of
It's insane.
trusted George. This is, I don't understand that. Soups, I get it.
Yeah, Soups. Yeah, he's got an agenda.
Bro, these TikTokers get their followers, and they think they make it big time when these studios invite them to an early screening of the movie, like a month. This was like a month prior that they saw
Yeah.
this movie. And they come out with their stupid reviews, and they're like, go see The Flash. It's the best superhero movie ever made. That's what he said, bro,
Yeah.
about
No,
the
yeah.
about the
Several
Flash.
people said it
Several
was the
people said
best.
that. They're bought and sold, okay? They have no gall and they have no heart that you would put out a review like that about this movie.
That's never going to be us. Dear listeners,
Yeah.
we will never sell our souls. okay?
Never, dude. Like, I'll go shake hands with the director, and then 2 seconds later, I'll come out with this pod and just crap on the movie. We're gonna be straightforward. We're gonna
Yeah.
tell you our honest thoughts.
Dude, one little tangent on
Okay.
people who got to see it early.
Yeah.
I was watching a video yesterday for Screen Crush, which
Mhm.
is their great YouTube channel. They break down movies and like show Easter eggs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But one of their guys got to see it early,
Mhm.
and he said in the original, well, when he saw it, that ending where George Clooney comes out, it didn't show George Clooney. It shows Batman's cars or Bruce Wayne's car pulling up.
Mhm.
2 feet get out, and you only see the feet. And then the next shot is you turn to Ezra Miller, and he says, "Who the f is that?"
Oh, really?
But you never see who the new Batman is.
That'd
I think
be-
that would have been
better.
a million times better.
Yeah.
Because then that's even an even better reboot too.
I could tell it was not Ben Affleck on the phone.
Yeah, same.
When he calls him, but I didn't know exactly that it was George Clooney.
Right.
Christian Bale, I love you, man. I know they probably approached you to be in this
Yeah.
movie and ruin your legacy of Batman. You're one of a kind, man. That you
Well,
said
after
no.
Thor: Love and Thunder, man, he couldn't afford another
Yeah,
embarrassment
dude.
like that.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, that wasn't his fault. He did his
No,
best.
he did great in that.
It was Taika. I'll just say that. And I like Taika, so
Yeah.
that hurts. But yeah, so we just crapped on that one scene that I gave you.
Yeah, that might be my least. I mean, let's run through your other choices, but that's in contention.
And then what comes after that, man? It's hard.
Yeah, I think that's probably my least favorite. I don't know.
Yeah, I've
I
tried
really
to just
hated all
shut
the
this
sequences
movie
of-
out of my memory,
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's just kind of just filler stuff. I don't like when he first goes back in time. There's no buildup that he's going to try to reverse time.
Yeah.
He just starts, he goes back to his childhood house, and then he just starts running
Uh-huh.
fast. And then all of a sudden he's going back in time. I was like, what? Where was the, how was somebody supposed to know that this was leading to this? You
Well,
know?
that's another mistake and kind of a sad byproduct of these cinematic universes.
Yeah.
Is in the, I don't know if in the original cut of the Justice League, but in the Snyder cut of the Justice League, the Flash goes back in time, alters time by running, and like saves the day.
Oh, really?
So if you see that, he has the ability to do it.
I think
when
I
you come
kind of
into this
remember that.
movie. So
But there's like 100 people in Utah that probably watched the 4-hour Justice League.
yeah, exactly.
Oh man, dude. So that was, I just didn't like that. I'm like, bro, he's just back in time. No like explanation of
Yeah.
that he can do this. So I didn't like that. And then that guy, the purple guy, he's supposed to be like the anti-Flash or something. I don't know. I mean, we find out who he is later, but he just kicks him out of the thing.
Yeah.
And then he disappears for the next 90 minutes of the movie. And I was wondering, like, are they ever going to explain
Same.
that? Yeah.
I almost said like he never came back. Like after they anyway.
Yeah, and then he just
Puppet
barely
Free.
comes back at the end.
Yeah, so that's Dark Flash.
Okay.
Reverse Flash is a different thing.
Yeah.
Cool character. Dark Flash. Yeah, lame.
Yeah. It was stupid. But it turned out to be like Ezra Miller. So we get 3 insufferable Ezra Millers
Thank
in this
goodness.
movie.
4, there's the kid Ezra Miller.
Oh yeah. He was okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't like that part either. The end, I'd say just my least favorite part was the George Clooney showing up, man.
Yeah.
Just made me mad. Or the baby scene. It's a tie up. It's a toss up.
Also, like the worlds colliding and seeing all the different cameos. The Nick Cage.
Yeah. Dude, Nick Cage was the reason I didn't walk out of the theater and not finish this movie. Because I was looking at Letterboxd, like the cast, and usually they don't like spoil anything beforehand, but I saw Nick Cage is Kal-El. So I thought like, oh, they cast Nick Cage, like live action Nick Cage to be Kal-El for a second. I thought, and I just like, you know, Nick Cage being Nick Cage.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see it. It doesn't happen till the very end. And he's a video game character, you know, poorly CGI'd, wearing his like test screening Superman outfit
Yeah.
with long flowing hair. And it looks so stupid. And it shouldn't have been in there. So,
Again, they could have just used the test screening footage. Like just use old footage rather than
yeah.
try to edit it or try to animate it true to form.
Or just get
Make
Nick
it look
Cage in
better.
there, man.
Yeah, he would have done it.
I feel like he would have. He does lots of things just for a paycheck, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro. And lots of things, guys. Let us know in the comments below.
You know what?
Your
He
least
would've
favorite
done it.
part.
He's in the Teen Titans Go to the Movies. He plays Superman in that.
Nick Cage?
Cage does. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
yeah.
he voices him.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. That's
10 times
way
better than this.
this.
Yeah. And that's like a time travel where they
Yeah.
alter the past, you know,
Yeah.
like save Batman, and then they have to. That scene where he pushes his parents into the alley
Into
to
the
die.
alley. Yeah,
Dude.
that is funny.
That's so funny, dude. Yeah, dude, that's just sad that like an animated Teen Titans movie is better than this.
Yeah.
You know? I'd watch Teen Titans Go to the movies 100 times before I watch this again.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite movie of all time? Can I ask you that? Don't say Warrior.
That's not Warrior.
I'll come
Warrior's like a
across
3
this
for
room
me.
and I'll fight you, bro.
Least favorite. That's really hard. We'd have to talk
Yeah.
about it.
We're
another day.
really far apart right now.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah. In our
I
studio.
couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I'd have to look at my Letterboxd and what I've rated low.
Before I watch movies, like, I mean, nowadays I just don't finish a movie if it's awful, you know?
Really? I like always have to finish a movie.
You do?
Yeah.
I kind of just lose my attention span, you know? I'm just seeing a lot. But I don't give many like half stars,
Right.
you know? Half star had to like really upset me. Those are the ones where I had high expectations for it, so I'm going to watch the whole thing, you know?
Right.
Like Hairspray, I just hated that as a kid. But I think I was
Yeah,
just
so
a
you
kid.
never.
You know, like I don't know if that's actually a bad movie. I just don't want to watch musicals. I was just a stupid, you know.
Yeah. For
But yeah.
me, the lowest stuff I've got is like Dwayne Johnson, Hercules,
Okay.
or a lot of Dwayne Johnson and Adam Sandler. Got pretty low.
You don't like Adam Sandler?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I think he's older. I like Happy Gilmore a little bit.
Yeah.
But him nowadays, just getting his buddies together and making that one Halloween movie, Hubie Halloween,
Yeah.
just garbage. Yeah. Just hate that. Jack and Jill. Have you seen that?
Oh, where he plays his sister or whatever.
Yeah.
No. I think I have seen parts of it. Are they on like a cruise ship?
No.
Vaguely remember.
I don't know.
that.
I haven't seen. I've just
Okay.
seen parts of it. But
Anyway.
that's bad.
Yeah, bad.
I'm sure like Alvin and the Chipmunks 3 Chipwrecked is better than this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No argument. That's just a fact.
No, yeah. Seriously, this is a bad.
Yeah. Dude, we need to post some of these clips on TikTok. I'm going to just argue with people.
Okay, perfect. We'll do it.
Excited. So yeah. That was
Okay, what other categories? Do we
okay. Let's ideas for a sequel. Don't. That's my idea for it.
Don't touch it.
Is don't touch this. Leave it. Put it in a box. Seal it away.
Like we said, they shouldn't have made this one.
Yeah.
So
Burn it. Bury it in the sea. You know.
yeah.
Okay. Is this the greatest movie ever?
I was trying to think of that. Usually we have like a justifier. Like,
Yeah.
it's the greatest at. It's the greatest at making me angry.
Yeah. Say that.
It's probably number one on my list of worst theater experiences.
Yeah.
So that's what it's the best at.
That's true. It's the greatest angering, worst, bad movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Hope I worded that right, but
Perfect.
perfect. Most literally me character.
Yeah, we were talking about this before. I don't want to.
I don't want to relate to anybody,
anybody
in
in
this.
this
Just Batman, Michael
Yeah.
Keaton, but
General,
but
Batman.
not even
Not specifically these Batman.
just Batman in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Why would this film get canceled? Because it sucks.
Because the stars are raging.
Because we're gonna
maniac.
cancel it. That's
Yeah,
why.
we're gonna cancel it.
Yeah. Because Ezra Miller. Yeah. We haven't even talked about his. We talked about it a little bit, but
Yeah. Well,
kidnapped somebody in Hawaii. I don't know the exact details of that. Maybe, don't you know a little bit?
Well, there was just a several week period where it seemed like every week he was in the news about hitting somebody at a bar in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
hitting somebody again in Hawaii again, and then he was like, he posted a picture or something
Mm-hmm.
in Connecticut or
Yeah.
somewhere on like this farm
Mm-hmm.
with all these kids and their mother, and he had like guns and ammunition like out on the table for these kids to reach, and that was like the last thing I heard of him.
Jeez.
So
I heard
Yeah.
that he like I don't know, you could say kidnapped this girl. It was like she was underage and he like texted the police or something to come find him or something. But it wasn't like dire like against
Right.
her will, like she was going off with him, you know, but the parents wanted her back. Something like that. I mean, don't quote me.
right,
But I remember hearing about that. I'm like, this is just awful. Like, what is this guy doing? And I
I'll
saw
just
a
run-
video of like this guy just wanting a photo with him. He's like, "Can I punch you in the face? Can I punch you in the face?"
yeah,
He's like, "Yes." And he punched the dude. Like, it doesn't show it on camera, but he punched him like right after. He's like,
Yeah.
"Bro, no." Like, yeah, dude. Crazy. Crazy that. And he was out the red carpet, man. And he
Yeah.
did an interview.
Oh, they let him do an interview.
Yeah, he
I
was
thought they
like-
weren't going to.
I just saw one little. That's what I thought too. I saw one little clip where they're like, "What are you feeling?" He's like, "Oh, it's just so magical,
Jeez.
just being here and everything." And yeah, it's ridiculous that we're just choosing to ignore what's going on with him, and that he might be recast as the Flash if it's up
Yeah.
to Andy Muschietti or whatever. So yeah, just ridiculous.
Yeah, insane. So
But yeah, we've touched on facts about the production, just was shelved for 5 years, and the director said CGI is supposed to be bad. That was
what an idiot.
an artistic choice, by the way.
Dumb.
Yeah, biggest cop out I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, don't go see this movie. We can't not recommend it enough.
Yeah. There are other movies out right now.
It's the accumulation of everything that's wrong with superhero movies. You know, dumb cameos, fan service, poor CGI. It's not good quality. They're just shoving out projects every, month or so, and none of them are all that good. But you're gonna pay money because you're a dumb consumer, and you want to see the Flash because you like the character. And these people don't care about. They don't care about the Flash. They don't care about the superhero movies. These studios.
That's why it hurts even more is it comes 2 weeks after another multiversal superhero movie
Mhm.
that was like definitely a labor of love for the character
Oh yeah,
that they delayed and took time on
yeah,
and really like flexed their animation muscles
yeah.
just to see this 2 weeks later and be like, wow, this is a complete inverse of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, and I don't mind if that gets delayed a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
I feel like it's
exactly.
going to. It's inevitable.
I think, don't quote me on this, but I think it did get delayed already.
Really? It's supposed to be like June 2024, which I don't think they're.
Well, originally it was March 2024.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it looks like it's still March 29th.
Still.
But-
Well, they took off like the official movie page took off the release date of their like Twitter page or Instagram page.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think they're just deciding right now how much it's going to be delayed. But
Yeah.
I expect like originally it'll be like 6 months and then, or maybe a year, 6 months to a year. I'd say that, but that's fine because those guys care.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, no matter how long it takes, it's going
It's
to be
gonna be
something
good. Yeah.
So,
All right. Anything else?
no, that's it for me.
That's it for me. Jeez.
Okay. Sorry for the downbeat this time, but next week will be Asteroid City.
Oh yeah.
right? So that should be a much better episode for us.
Yeah, definitely. All right. We love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for fixating on
Fixating
film with us.
Yeah.
Good night.